In the city, as Sheriff Alfred Montgomery sits in federal custody and waits to learn if Missouri courts will ultimately expel him from office, other city leaders are asking courts to clarify who has the power to appoint his replacement. We pick up on the tug of war between the mayor's office and the Board of Aldermen at City Hall. As St. Louis voters wait to learn if courts will ultimately expel Sheriff Alfred Montgomery,
That does look likely.
questions are mounting at City Hall about what happens next. The current sheriff, who remains jailed under federal indictment, has a court-appointed replacement serving as interim for now. But what if Montgomery is permanently removed?
So the city charter does grant the authority to the city mayor to make the appointment. And in which case, that appointed person would serve out the rest of the term.
Mayor Spencer wrote a letter to the Board of Aldermen notifying them of her court filing Friday morning, where she asked a judge to give her the sole power to appoint the next sheriff. But why ask a judge to decide who gets the power to pick?
Between the statutes and the charter, it is very ambiguous. It's not clear to anybody. In fact, you had the Attorney General weighing in that it was the governor.
Just down the hall where she used to work,
I don't think the board agrees that it should solely be the mayor.
the Board of Aldermen says not so fast.
I don't think we share the same opinion. I think that's the problem. The lawsuit that was filed does not include the board.
There was no mention of Board of Aldermen within that request, and that was disappointing to me.
Mayor Spencer insists she's not picking a fight with her former colleagues.
This is not by any stretch a power grab. We just want some clarity.
State law does explicitly say the governor does not get to pick the St. Louis sheriff, but a county commission does. Whether that means the three-member panel of the mayor, comptroller, and board president, or the full board, remains to be seen.
At the end of the day, it will come down to what the courts decide anyway, and so we're asking them to expedite this decision and provide clarity in advance of what we're expecting to be a vacancy in the sheriff's office.
If the judge sides with the mayor's opinion, the next sheriff could serve for the full 3 years without a single vote from the public. If the Board of Aldermen prevails, voters could be headed back to a ballot box for a special election. Either way, the court now decides who gets the final say, both in the sheriff's future and in who gets to pick any possible replacement. Oh, and the judge presiding over Montgomery's impeachment trial is not expected to rule on that decision for at least another week.